From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the L.A. Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. There he goes, right side. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week. It takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Third and 5. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Sliding out of the pocket. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 to score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And Saquon going to have a Giants first down as he'll get this up close to the 30-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Rosas' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Now Jones. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Asante Samuel Jr. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hey, go Lion.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, we're going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
To throw on second down, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into space at the 45. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Jones now. A final shot before break. And I think the ball's out. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun, Herbert on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is caught. Finding space at the 40. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So not one you see often there, roughing the passer against the punter.
And this is where you have to understand the rules when you're playing special teams, because when he becomes a passer throwing the football, it's like he's a quarterback. You can't just take a free shot at him. That costs 15 yards and gives him a first down.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones on 3rd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying out in that passing downs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Allen's got it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Herbert. On the slant, he's got Davis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Now he's loose again. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Now it's Herbert. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Jones. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On fourth down, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain. And that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Hyatt there to grab it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Touchdown, Giants! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5. Here's Herbert. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
Go.
The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Jones now throwing on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the... Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Flushed out right, and he will slide down with a good gain. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 43 yards. And the Chargers are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go, hey.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2nd and 14. Back to throw again. He's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 7. It's Eckler again, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. They find some open field here. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So this